Hey, YouTube. Hey, Cal here checking in with another video. Hey, we back with DMV Hoods and Beef. Hey, we got ST6 DRAGS on Skino for dissing. We got 1TappWorky. He faces 15. We got BM Drama. MD Man kills over remote. Let's get into this video, man.
Today we will discuss some topics that have been going on, such as 1TappWorky admits to shooting ops, Eye Out facing 15 years, SEAL Team 6 members respond to Skino diss, and we will also get into Maryland man kills his roommate over remote. The first topic we will get into is Maryland man kills roommate. Recently, a crazy story would surface of an arrest being made in a Maryland homicide, and the suspect in the homicide would be the victim's roommate, allegedly the suspect. And victim would get into a verbal altercation, causing the victim to storm at the suspect with a knife, causing the suspect to shoot. The suspect would then flush shell casings down the toilet. Maryland man accused of shooting, killing roommate after fight over remote. A Maryland man charged in connection with the shooting death of his roommate has been ordered to held without bond. Richard Benall, 38, has been charged with manslaughter and other related charges after
I just read nigga 38. His roommate is 26.
investigators with Prince George's County Police said he shot his roommate, 26-year-old Dominique Scott Hayes, in their Springdale home on Wednesday. Charging documents obtained by Fox 5 this week state the incident started over an argument related to the home's TV remote control. According to the charging documents, Benall called 911 just after 12:30 p.m. Wednesday and told operators he shot his roommate after an altercation between 5:30 a.m. and 6 a.m. that day. He told emergency call takers his roommate had come at him with knives and that he shot him, the charging documents state. The documents list a detailed timeline of what Benall told investigators happened before shots were fired. He said he went to the second floor to sleep on the living room sofa around 2 a.m. and woke up just after 5:30 a.m. to the sound of Scott Hayes in the kitchen, making a lot of noise. A few minutes later, Scott Hayes reportedly yelled and asked where the remote was. Benall said he ignored him and heard him walk behind the living room sofa, asking several times where the remote was. Benall said he removed the blanket on top of his head to find Scott Hayes with two large knives, which prompted him to grab a handgun and point it at his roommate. Scott Hayes initially backed up, but then told Benall he wouldn't shoot him, according to the charging documents. "There's only one way to find out," Benall allegedly replied, while still pointing the handgun at him. When Scott Hayes approached him, Benall said that's when he began shooting. Scott Hayes ran upstairs to his room on the third floor, according to the suspect's statement to police. Benall said he saw the bullet holes in the walls, but did not see any blood, so he didn't think he actually shot his roommate and went back to sleep. A few hours later, the suspect said he drove to a friend's home in Lanham to discuss what happened, then drove to a marijuana dispensary to purchase about $50 worth of marijuana before returning home to smoke. The charging documents state Benall collected the fired cartridge casings, flushed them down the toilet, and swept the dust from the damage in the walls. Shortly before calling 911, Benall reportedly told several people what happened, and they urged him to contact police.
Meanwhile, charging documents revealing a detailed timeline in the case of a Maryland man accused of shooting and killing his roommate. Investigators say the suspect waited hours before calling 911. He claims he did not realize he'd shot his roommate. Fox 5's Lily Zhang is live tonight with those details. Lily?
Marina, that suspect remains in jail tonight. He was ordered today to be held without bond, and we spoke with several of his neighbors. Most people say they don't know much about him, but this has been a talker.
I have a roommate, so we've had disagreements, but it's never gone that far. I can't imagine that anything would be that serious, you know.
That disagreement that led to Richard Benall allegedly shooting his roommate Dominique Scott Hayes started over Hayes asking where the TV remote control was. That is according to the charging documents obtained by Fox 5. The shooting happened on Berrywood Lane early Wednesday morning. Benall told investigators that he shot at Scott Hayes, who allegedly approached him with armed with knives. The suspect added that his roommate ran upstairs, so he did not think he actually shot him. Charging documents Documents say Banal woke up later that morning, bought marijuana, came back to smoke, and then flushed the shell casings down the toilet. Investigators say he even swept the dust from damage caused by bullets hitting the walls, adding that he did not call 911 until other people he spoke with urged him to call police. Neighbors say this seems like a one-off incident in an otherwise quiet neighborhood.
It's usually very, very safe. There's been times, people have left doors unlocked and nothing ever happens. And my roommate always makes a joke, thank God we live in Springdale.
Now, online court records show that this suspect does not have an attorney yet. It does say, however, that he is due back in court next month. Guys?
The next topic we will get into is SEAL Team 6 responds to Skino. Recently, Skino would drop one of the most disrespectful diss songs in DMV history. And in the song, Skino has a lot of lines that fans liked, such as him saying, the whole DC. And he would also say, fuck the whole Uptown too. And the SEALs would respond to this saying, niggas make them nice-ass diss songs just to die. The whole Southeast, saying people names in songs, start conspiracies. He was supposed to leave it in the streets. We could have been bumping without the people knowing this nigga made a song before getting his cleats dirty. They on the other side of town, that cap shit getting stopped at the 3rd Street tunnel. We in songs just, and the SEALs would the whole song scheme drop one of the most disrespectful diss songs in DMV history.
Have an attorney.
This topic we will get into is SEAL Team 6 responds to Skino. Recently, Skino would drop one of the most disrespectful diss songs in DMV history. And in the song, Skino has a lot of lines that fans liked, such as him saying, the whole DC. And he would also say, fuck the whole Uptown too. And the SEALs would respond to this saying, niggas make them nice-ass diss songs just to die. The whole Southeast, saying people names in songs, start conspiracies. He was supposed to leave it in the streets. We could have been bumping without the people knowing this nigga made a song before getting his cleats dirty. They on the other side of town, that cap shit getting stopped at the 3rd Street tunnel. Wallahi, we blocking that shit by Allah. A post would surface responding to SEAL Team 6 member Fat Swag saying, Fat Swag, a cold-blooded bitch nigga, was locked up with his ops and wasn't on shit nigga. A cold bitch, he better sit his fat bluffing ass down, he really not trying to hurt nothing. The streets would react.
Hey, yo, the comments is crazy. Hey yo, the comments is crazy, bruh. That in the comments is crazy.
And for the last topic, we will discuss 1TappWorky admits to shooting ops eye out. Recently, 1TappWorky would post a message to his fans after he would be arrested on new charges, and he is facing up to 15 years right now. 1TappWorky would say, "I ain't talked to my daughter since my mother brung her to visit me on ain't answer on my baby birthday or none tom bout. Do not disturb on bitch. Don't set up visits. Answer no calls but chasing and running behind them weak champ ass. But on bam, let me slack in any way. This one run to Twitter. Nigga don't even be on this groupie ass shit. But on blue be putting that image on this social media shit. Gotcha, asses fooled. On Delonte Williams, bro. 1TappWorky would get all charges dropped after he would shoot an innocent bystander eye out after he thought it was a free car fishing. But he would get arrested again on firearm charges, I believe. Articles on 1TappWorky would say, shooting defendant's case dismissed. D.C. Superior Court Judge Eric Glover dismissed a shooting defendant's case on December 2 after the prosecution filed a motion expressing their unwillingness to proceed with the case. D'Angelo Jones, 21, was charged with aggravated assault knowingly while armed and unlawful possession of a firearm for his alleged involvement in a shooting incident on November 7 at the unit block of 53rd Place, SE. According to court documents, the victim, who sustained a gunshot wound to the left eye, was found in the driver's seat of a vehicle that appeared to have been in an accident when police arrived. The victim was unable to identify the suspect or provide a possible motive. According to court documents, Jones became a person of interest after nearby surveillance footage showed a person identified as the defendant and another individual walking down the street, pulling out what appeared to be a rifle and firing multiple shots toward the victim's vehicle as it drove by. The footage also showed the suspects running toward the vehicle. The prosecution filed a motion on December 1, stating they would not move forward with the case. Judge Glover dismissed the charges the following morning. The streets would react to 1TappWorky.
Hey, see y'all peoples in the next video.